Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the return of PSGL 5. Today, for pre-season, it is at France, and today in the commentary box is myself, Leon, once again for another season, and a newcomer to the commentary box, for PSGL especially, is Jamie. Say hi.
Hi.
Jamie will, hopefully, if he can make it, be co-commentator for the whole season. Is that correct?
Yeah, it should be. Unless it's any inconvenienced, then yeah.
So he'll be there watching the action, same as me. It's a little bit easier for me as well. So I have to try and watch everyone at once. Let's get the link shared out. Evening, Jack Tyler. Sorry on the delay, we'll be having a 5-minute delay. Just sorting out a new host. A bit late to be sorted out, but he's just getting used to it. Hopefully he's got good enough internet for this race and there are no lag outs. Got 16 people, we're just waiting on B-Way now, I think.
I've just posted the link in the F6 chat.
Nice. Evening Jack, evening White Fountain, and evening... I'll call you Warren Haig because that's your PSN, or Haig. But evening to you all. I need to get on the other... I need to get back on my normal Twitter account.
I hope my controller doesn't mess us with the charging problem it's having at the minute.
Hopefully it doesn't.
Yeah, I've got like a way to make it charge for like a bit. Sometimes it will stop for like... Yeah.
Haig to win the championship, says Jack. You never know, it's pre-season. My first race in F5, looking forward to checking out the competition. F5 was very competitive last season, especially the midfield was actually more competitive than the front, but hopefully it can be closer this season. If we cannot have a repeat of last season here in France, that would be greatly appreciated. Jack and a few others will know what I mean by that. I'm glad I wasn't there, but I felt sorry for Cliffy that day. Also, I will be doing something new for this race. I will be recording it at the same time as streaming it, and I will be doing F5 highlights every... could potentially be after this stream, but might be a little bit harder. But there will be highlights definitely out tomorrow of this race and every race on Mondays. Yeah, Jack, you really don't want to talk about the race last season. It was a bit of a downfall. Right, just gotta wait till it goes 5 past and then I'll say go. 4 seconds.
Well done.
Sorry if you can hear me typing. Lovely English there. Oh, welcome Storm. Yeah, it's your first race to PSGL. You did get added, I believe, last night. Was it last night? Yes, it was last night. I did say you're going to Williams. Yeah, I think everyone's in the right car. Hopefully this will be a good race. Uh, welcome, RJ.
Is there any predictions for pole?
I have no clue.
And I definitely have no clue. I don't know what anyone's face is like.
I know a few people. I think Jack will be up there. I think Simo may be up there.
Yeah.
Welcome, Harry. I don't know. I think Jack's going to be there. Simo's going to be up there. Warren Haig's going to be up there. I don't know about anyone else. That's the thing.
I think
Also, Mr. P, yeah.
I think it also depends on what tyres people choose as well.
Yeah, it's a dry qualifying, which is quite good. Let me just quickly get this sorted and get the volume down slightly. Speak. Jamie. Speak.
Testing.
It should be alright. Wet start to the race. Oh well then. We're definitely having a repeat of last season.
Did they like to spoil the weather here?
Pardon?
Did they like to spoil the weather here?
Oh, I don't really mind because I'll find out.
Yeah.
Rain for only 5 laps. Oh, so it's meant to go from wet to dry.
Guessing it depends on if people time it well.
Because I guarantee everyone will qualify on the ultras.
The F6 pre-season race last night, and I got my timing wrong. And I was just on board with Con Race's Force India, and he did a 360 when he exited the pit box.
Well, the news out first, as usual. We've got an Ash Best of the division. We've got Jack Tyler, always out first. Connery's just left the session. He should have a spare invite there.
Probably lagged out.
Applauding, welcome. Yes, there are new drivers to PSGL 5. A few new drivers to PSGL in general. For example, Storm is new. Stim's returned, but he wasn't in last season. David Warbank's new. And I think that's it for new drivers. Jay Carty also. Actually, since they are already there, I will go through the list of drivers and what car they are in. So in the Mercedes is Mr. P, 3rd place last season. Title contender for this season, I believe, and Luke Bailey. Jack Tyler's gone off track for some reason. Luke Bailey also joins him. He had a pretty decent end to the season. Hopefully he can be up there too. In the Ferraris, LFC and Dave Jarvu. LFC has kind of ditched his teammate Jack and Dave, who can't make it today. These two are both in F5 last season, hoping to have another good season like last one. In the Red Bull is Notorious and BUA9. BUA9 isn't here today. Notorious had a bit of a shaky season last season. I've raced him before, so I know what he's capable of, and hopefully he can do a little bit more. In the Renault is Warren Haig and Schweb. Can't say Schweb right, but anyway. Schweb can't make it today. Warren Haig is here. I think he was in F4 last season, I'm not too sure. He also could be a title contender. People are putting him quite high up in the list. Don't really know the pair of them. Schweb wasn't. None of them were in F5 last season, so they're kind of dark horses. In the Force India, we have Con Reese and Racer. Con Reese just like out of the lobby, and Racer isn't here at the moment. These two were teammates last season in the Red Bull, but however, they're now in the Force India. They both had the midfield definitely last season. They could be up there this season, don't know. In the Sauber is Simo and Jay Carty. Simo, possibly the most popular person on the grid, joined by Jay Carty, who is new to PSGL, I believe, and they are both in the Sauber. Then in the Haas is Miles and David Warbank. Miles had the wooden spoon last season, getting 0 points in PSGL 5. And David Warbank, who is new to PSGL. In the Toro Rosso is Mr. Stim. Me and him have had a bit of rivalry before in PSGL, and a controversial moment. And his teammate Jack Tyler. Yeah, you know who he is. In the McLaren is Jamie Met and White Fountain. The McLaren, Jamie Met had a very good end to the season last season. He got 3 podiums in the end. He could also be a title contender. White Fountain, I think, believe new to PSGL, so he could be anywhere. Then finally in the Williams we have Flying Timmy and Storm 2006 UK. These are both new to PSGL, I believe, so I'm not too sure about them. Anyone who surprised you so far in the qualifying session, Jamie?
I don't really know, if I'm honest. I don't know many of these drivers' pace, as I have little experience knowing about them or racing with them. So, yeah. All
How
I
is
know
it
is
in
that
the
Toro
chat?
Rosso to be a contender for constructors this season.
Harry said that David Warbank. Oh, Jack Tyler taking an unorthodox line. Harry said that David Warbank was apparently in F6 last season. I don't know if that's true. You were in F6 last season.
No, I don't remember someone called David Wallbank in F6.
Well,
He's just
I'll
taking a
find out
position.
after the race.
He was amazing that though.
So, we've got David Warbank on pole at the moment, and Jack in second, Stim in third. David Warbank's now taking the weird line. Surprisingly, since it's meant to be a rainy start to the race, a lot of people on slower compound tyres.
Yeah. Unless they're just practicing the track first, getting a feel for
True.
it before going onto the quicker tyre.
Also, we could potentially see a situation where it's raining but they're on slicks. So,
Yeah.
that will be a hectic start to the race. Quite a significant gap from second to third I've also noticed. Simo has been able to put in a time to put himself in fourth. Storm, quickest of the... Oh, wow, who was that? That was Mr. P. He's put himself in third on 2 lap old Ultra Softs. What tyre, Jamie, do you think everyone will qualify on for this qualifying session?
Yeah, I think it just depends on the rain and how bad it is, if I'm honest. But if I had to choose, then I would say I think most people would go on ultra softs, and the people that would go on like the harder compounds now will go towards ultras towards the end of the session. The last dash, last minute dash for pole.
Yeah, I know the usual strategy I believe is super soft, I'm not too sure, I think it is. But a lot of people on the ultras probably believing that the rain is going to make them start on the intermediates. Obviously we don't know what kind of rain it is. We weren't exactly specified, it could be full wets, it could be intermediates.
If it is full wets, then who knows how long it will take for the rain to clear when it does stop raining.
Yeah, this race should definitely be a one stop at least.
Because if it's heavy rain, then it might take a while for a dry line to appear after the rain has stopped.
See, I think it's 2, couldn't find it. I can't spectate the... Okay, I've got a spectate glitch, thank you. There we go. Another yellow flag. It's Flying Timmy about to start a lap on the softs. About just more than halfway through the session now. Not halfway through, about just more than half of the session remaining. Who else is on the lap? Jay Carty's up on his time by about half a second. He's saving his ERS though, so he may be pitting. Not too sure, or he's waiting to start another lap around the final corner. Will he box or will he carry on? He's going to carry on. It will be a 33-2 and doesn't improve.
I say he's pulled into the pits behind me. Usually Bailey.
White Fountain on the softs.
I think Jack Tyler destroyed a polystyrene barrier into the pit, but that'll be okay, I guess.
Yeah, they don't cause damage to polystyrene. Unlike in 2012. I think it was. I think it was 2012 when Vettel hit the polystyrene barrier, wasn't it?
I think that was Bullards, I'm pretty sure, where you hit and get damage.
No, because
Especially that
remember,
one in Australia.
it was in Abu Dhabi when Vettel hit I think it was a DRS ball.
Oh, you're talking about
damage.
real life? Ah,
Yes.
right.
I think it was 2012 when he
I'm
got
sure
the...
he did. But I think it was only like minor wind damage. I think he was able to continue.
So Jack Tyler's about to start another lap. We'll go on board with him. One of the title contenders in most people's eyes, and definitely in mine. I think he pulled off 2 race wins last season. His first 2 race wins in a... Oh, he's gone very wide there. That could be invalidated. And yeah, he's backed off.
Yeah, he's backed off here.
As I was saying about Jack, got 2 race wins, 2 equal car wins. His first 2 in PSGL. Hadn't won in more than a year, which is quite a long time, or quite a long drought. But he was able to get 3 wins overall, 1 in FP, 2 in F5, and he can hopefully improve on that one again. I think he's going to back off though and go for another lap. But he's going really slow.
Fountain's about to start a lap on the softs.
I think he's just improved. He's on a 32.5. He's setting another one.
I'm pretty sure they said out lap on my thing. I'm not sure. Stim's
So
just completed the lap or started one.
He's just started
There was
one.
a false injury in his voice, but I don't know if he backed off it.
Only 2 people on the softs at the moment, and only a few on the supers also. I think everyone eventually is going to resort to the ultra softs, so...
Yeah, Jamie and Comrades are on ultra softs right now. They both ran out laps.
Luke Bailey and Warren Haig 2 out laps on the ultras. Snowball White Fountain on the softs. I think he might pull off into the pits though, there isn't that long left. But we'll see. He's coming down the back straight. Oh, is it a back straight?
Whereby? The one with the chicane.
The long right hand, yes. I called that the back straight one though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now going for the long right hander. He's taking that pretty nicely. Final sector, very flowing. Except for this kind of sharp left hander here. If you've got no ABS, quite easy to lock up and overshoot the corner, but seems to be fine for White Fountain as he drifts off and hits the wall. Around the final corner, is he going to pit? Yeah, he is. What were you saying before, Jamie?
Stim did run a bit wide there. I don't know if you caught that.
No, I was on board with White Fountain. He's starting a lap now anyway.
He's complete his lap anyway, but I think he might have backed off a bit because it's not a good time.
Yeah, I think he's just starting a lap now. Simo has straight line the chicane, so I think he's coming in.
Yeah.
Luke Bailey's just started a lap. Miles.
It's a yellow in sector 1.
It's Miles.
Cargo still. And in sector 3.
He's trying to cut the track, but it doesn't work.
It's a Salva slowing to get out the way of the driver.
I really want to make a pun, but I don't. Screw it, he went miles off the track. But we're just going to ignore that and pass on. And Mr. P goes provisional pole. The 30 flats, he's absolutely obliterated the field there by half a second.
There is still 5 minutes left in the session. The Rash successful of Storm is going second with a 1:30.1.
I definitely think there's going to be someone in the 29s.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say then.
Jack Tyler's only
Maybe,
up by 2 tenths.
It might be either David Warbank if he gets out, and the 2 Toro Rossos. Warren has gone 5th.
Jack Tyler's up on his time, but he's got Force India somewhere. Oh, it's quite far ahead, so it won't interfere. So Jack Tyler currently aiming for his first 2 sectors. He's going to be just ahead of David Warbank. I don't think he's going to be near... He might be near Storm, but I don't think he'll be near Mr. P's time. We'll find out anyway. He's run out of VRS already through the penultimate corner. The left-hander, slight back-end wobble going into the right-hander, actually helped him there. Now down on the power, and... He thought about carrying on, but then pulled off into the pits.
I've been seeing a lot of lockups going into the last corner on the right-hand side of the cars.
Yeah, I think it's because the left-hander before unsettles the car massively.
Timmy's taking a questionable line.
He's on fire. Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, nearly takes out his teammate.
I might have to warn him about that.
Always check the cars. It's like crossing the road.
That if he'd taken out his teammate, that would have been interesting. They haven't missed much, Harry.
They both pitted anyway, I think.
Yeah. Qualifying's coming close to an end. David Warbank, I think, is going to be going for 2 laps. No, he won't. He won't have enough time.
He's on his out lap, so.
Jay Carty, is he coming in? Oh, where is he? Oh, he's actually on a lap. Never mind.
He's taking a weird line though.
Yeah, so he has dropped down his ERS slightly, so he is saving for this final sector. Track is starting to become more overcast. Yeah, I know, Storm. I was on board with Flying Timmy as that happened. So Jay Carty now coming through the third to final corner, the long right-hander, leading to a left-hander, quite a few swooping corners. Then to the final corner, quite a tough right-hander. Now coming across the line, can he get anywhere near pole? It will be a 30.2. Goes third.
Nice. I like that helmet as well. It looks like a Jensen Button style helmet.
Yeah, it does actually. So David Warbank, I think he's just starting his lap. Yeah, he is. So as the final laps are about to begin, the track has become overcast very quickly.
So is on a lap. I don't know if he's backed off on it. I think he has.
He's backed off. Yeah, he's backed off.
Yeah.
He's on 2-lap old tyres though.
David Warbank's now started his lap.
Oh, it doesn't really matter if it's on 2-lap old tyres if it's going to be starting on the lap.
Yeah.
Yeah, David Warbank might back off this lap. He has the opportunity to back off and go for another one. So Warren Haig, Luke Bailey, and Jamie. Oh, there is a car coming out there. Who is it? There's a car coming out the pits. Who was it? Oh, it was Mr. P, wasn't it? Was it?
No, Mr. P's still in the pits.
Someone literally just came out the pits. It's Warren Haig. Warren Haig's just come out. Jamie's just gonna have enough time. So Mr. P hasn't come back out.
You must think he's safe, but
I don't think he is.
On lap and he has got time to set another lap.
Isn't it me, or is it going to rain before this qualifying ends?
It might be just like threatening.
Because
it might rain just after the session.
It's become overcast very quickly. But anyway, Jay Carty's pit, so he's had enough. So has Com Reese. David Warbank has run out of fuel, I think. Has he run out of fuel? Yes, he had.
Yeah, he must have.
So, Jack Tyler's on a lap. Storm is about to start one. There's not actually that many people. Stim is on a lap. We'll go on board with him. Hold on, is that White Fountain in front of him?
Let's go for another one. It's a yellow flag, but it ain't showing up on the top left-hand corner. It's just a car pulling over.
White Fountain coming through the penultimate corner now. He will get another lap in, but I don't think he'll have enough ERS for it. Around the final corner, can he get anywhere near pole? We'll find out. It will be a 1:30.4, and then it was Stim next, I believe. It wasn't. It was Jamie. What can he do? He's on a 31.2. What's Stim done? Stim's only done a 30.8. Who's next? I think it's Jack. It is Jack. What can Jack do? He got pole a few times last season. Going for the plus corner again. There's rain. This will actually Jack. I don't think it'll put Jack off. What can Jack do? It will be a 30.0. Just less than 200ths, and he's got pole. And I don't think anyone else now, because of the rain, will have enough speed. Storm though.
Storm does.
The rain won't be affecting them yet though. It's only just come down, so they may just be saved. I don't know about Storm though. Oh, he's gone off.
He's gone wide.
I think that could be it.
I think that's it.
Warren Haig and Timmy and White Fountain still on a lap, but I don't think Storm's got this one. Come around the
I think
final corner
Storm's
now.
backed off.
Yeah, he's not got it.
Nope.
White
That almost
Fountain's
did cost
backed
him.
off. Warren Haig is coming through the final few corners.
I don't think he'll have enough.
He's coming around the final corner. What can he do? Can he get anywhere near Paul's on the curb? A lot of curb there. He's not improved either.
Nope.
And that rain, I think, has just ruined everyone.
An interesting strategy by Notorious to not set a lap.
I was right though about the rain.
Unless he was setting laps, but he must have beheld it even more.
Yeah, I don't know. Or he's taking a gamble that it's not going to go to slicks. Or it is going to be slick, sorry.
Yeah, he invalidated those lap times he was setting as checking the race director. I think we just need to wait for White Fountain to retire from the session.
Yeah, it's just White Fountain left. Let's have a look at the PSN chat. Yeah, just less than 200ths on pole, which is... It's actually quite a close field. Top 10 separated by 8 tenths.
If it wasn't for the rain, then I reckon we would have seen a low 129 though. Jack.
Yeah, Warren Haig would have probably improved as well.
Too slippery for him.
Yeah, he started his lap with 3 seconds to spare. Probably a bad thing, to be honest, since the rain came.
Yeah.
So Jack Taylor's on pole, Mr. P joins him on the front row. Then Storm on his... Well, it's everyone's debut, technically. Storm in third, Jay Carter in fourth, them to a new PSGL, so they join out the second row. White Fountain in fifth, David Warbank in sixth, Simo seventh, Warren Haig eighth, Luke Bailey ninth, Stim 10th, Flying Timmy 11th, Jamie Met 12th, LSC 13th, Conry's 14th, and that is everyone who set a lap time. Oh, also Miles in 15th, sorry about that, and Notorious in 16th. Applauding, who are you, can I ask? I swear I know you.
Miles has taken a gamble and gone onto the super subs.
Applauding, I swear I know you.
And I should imagine that Notorious is going to go into a harder compound as well, considering they didn't even set a lap.
That's intermediates.
That looks... yeah. I do see a set of Ultra Softs though in the
In the Mercedes garage, yeah. There's no way they're going to start on slicks.
And if they are going to start on slicks, then chaos will ensue, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I'll check the PS4 chat. I don't... If they're on slicks, I'm worried.
Yeah, because they could have got onto dry setups as well, knowing that it's going to dry up later on.
No, they're intermediates, right.
Run into this.
Phew. So as the formation lap begins, for the formation lap,
They want to get their tyres warmed up as much as possible. Because if they don't, then they're going to slide right off that line into another car, possibly.
man, if the track's going to dry out, then... Well, no, because if the track's going to dry out, the tyre's going to overheat. Oh, God, so it's binned it. Mr. P's binned it off the formation lap.
That ain't going to be good for his tyres.
No, but he's also lucky that it's not in the actual race, and he's been disqualified.
Or if he's going too slow.
Yeah, which is unfortunate, but...
I had a very stupid disqualification in the formation lap yesterday. Jack Taylor running a bit. Cotton Reese has been disqualified.
I think he's clouded with miles.
And, yeah. But I thought that if one driver collides with another driver, the driver that got hit doesn't get disqualified.
No, it's
I swear
both.
they don't do that anymore.
It's both drivers, whatever happens. There's the yellow flag somehow on the formation lap. Please tell me how.
Well, because everyone's so bunched up on the straight.
It was a formation lap, there shouldn't be yellow flags.
That's... They're going at slower speed there than what I was controlling the pace with yesterday, but apparently I was too slow and got disqualified.
It looks like it's about to stop raining already.
Well, the formation does take about 2 or 3 minutes, so... that time, if it's like 5 minutes of rain, then the rain, the 2-3 minutes of the rain will be used in the formation lap, I guess.
Yeah. I think the rain will go away on the end of lap 2.
Yeah.
So when
still,
the grid...
I think there's going to be enough rain still for chaos.
Yeah, there was rain last season, and let's just say that didn't end well.
And if I had to choose a few corners where there would be incidents, there would be the first 2 corners, well, the first 4 corners, the 2 chicanes, and the long right-hander. That's where I think collisions are going to happen.
Yeah. So when everyone lines up, can you watch the middle to back of the grid?
Yeah.
So as everyone lines up now?
Because everyone's sort of bunched up in turn 1, 2, 3 and 4. Instead of having that like little bit, like the chicane down the straight, everyone's probably going to be spread out a bit because of how much ERS they're using possibly. Slipstream comes into play too, maybe the guys on the back will have a quick straight line speed going down that straight.
So as we get ready, got Notorious, we're just waiting on him now. As we do get ready, I'll go on board with Jack Tyler's POV. We've got 2, we've got 3, we've got 4, we've got 5 red lights. And away we go for PSGL pre-season for F5. Jack got a very good start. There was a Williams in the background with a very good start. Mr. P I think's already lost a position to the Williams. There was another Williams off in the background.
Sliding about.
Going down into turn 1. Storm has already got Mr. P. Mr. P's already dropped a few positions.
Oh,
White Fountain's off.
Around.
There's a Mercedes around, Luke Bailey's around. And so's Notorious.
I think a Ferrari must have hit him.
Oh, he's at the back, he's the other one there.
Diving up there, nearly losing it.
Some scuffles in the midfield. David Warbank and Jay Carty are battling. But other than that, it's a pretty clean start. Warren Haig has left the lobby.
Don't know if he lagged out there. 2 drivers going wide and oh, hats off into the wall.
Oh, Miles is off and out.
That was a big crash.
And Mr. P's now dropped down into 6th place. Something's happened to him. He's now down to 7th.
It might be those tyres that he was using where he spun on the formation lap. They might have not. They might not be at the optimal stage anymore.
Miles, I think he's got, not Miles, Mr. P, I think he's got wing damage. He's losing so much time. David Warbank's now off and in the wall. He's spun round. He's collided with Jay Carty.
He's got wing damage.
David Warbank's off. Yeah, it's the same guy I wasn't worried about. I went off and then went back on him.
What a disastrous lap for the 2 Hasses.
Yeah, it's just like last season. Both the Hasses were struggling to get points, and again it looks like the same, even though it's only pre-season. Notorious has got away with it without damage. Conrees and Simo are battling side by side as Conrees goes on the inside of Simo for the final corner and gets the position. And Jack Tyler is the first to finish lap 1. Here comes
Well, it
Simo.
looked like a Miles' crash. It looks like that he went wide, lost it on the curve or the rumble strip or whatever, and then slid into someone's side point, and then he slid off into the wall with his side. It's Jack Tyler.
What's up,
He's lost
Jack?
the lead to Storm with a little slide there. Oh, it was a massive slide.
It's a good switchback though. He's got him back down though on the straight. Or leading onto the straight.
Amazing run from there. Don't count Jay Carty and White Fountain, they can get involved in this a slipstream.
Watch out for Jay Carty. Jack Tyler's gone defensive. Storm's going to try it around the outside maybe. Now there's a good look for the switchback. Jack is struggling on them intermediates. Bit of pushing each other. Mr. Stim and Mr. P are battling, and there's Conrees as well.
Timmy is in this battle for the lead, it seems. He's catching up to it, definitely.
Everyone in the midfield pack has calmed down as well. And Jack Tyler's on wide again.
Stim's off.
Oh, Mr. Stim is off. Another one bites the dust.
And they're all sliding wide at that corner.
And Mr. Stim picks up a 10-second time penalty for exceeding some kind of track limits. There's another yellow flag. I'm going to check Stim. It's not Stim. Who is it?
Notorious has got wing damage, and he's struggling.
Yeah, Notorious, wing damage. Stim, I think, got away with it. Warren Haig.
Storm is going to go for a move.
Look on board with
The
Storm.
yellow flag still.
On the outside of Jack, no. He's going to get another switchback, I think, on Jack here. Jack ran wide again.
The fastest lap.
And then our side by side coming down, coming into turn 3 and 4. Jack brakes considerably later and is able to slow the car
goes
down.
into the back of the Sauber and he goes wide. And now has lost the position to Timmy, it seems.
This is now a 5-way battle for the lead, and there's a bit of a gap to Comries. As we're now on lap 3, coming down the back straight.
Storm is twitching.
Oh, Jay Carty! Oh, he saved it, but he's lost a few positions. I was on board with Jay Carty as that happens. White Fountain and flying Timmy now. White Fountain going on the inside. Brakes considerably later and gets the move done into P3 now.
Oh, he's going to come back at him. Doesn't get the best run though.
No, White Fountain with a bit of a wobble though. Flying Timmy's going to come back at him again. There's a few more battles going on.
Him again.
Flying Timmy down the inside of turn 10. I think it's turn 10.
Von Reese are pulled away from the battle up behind.
Oh, Flying Timmy's ran wide. This fight about Jack Tyler's on wide again.
He ran off into the blue. Ran off into the rumble strips there.
There's a lot of runoff, so I think he's alright for that.
There's an advantage to the drivers in this, that the runoff area is not like in real life.
Oh, Jack's sliding again!
Destroy your tyres. Oh.
I think Jack's overheating his tyres, to be honest.
Yeah, I wonder what ballast he must be running. I
think everyone's going to be on a dry setup though. But here comes Storm again. Jack brakes so much later.
Don't count him out. And Jack Tyler's going very wide again.
Yeah, Jack Tyler's struggling. Warren Haig now with the fastest lap.
I think he might put that in the wall somewhere. You watch. White
Fountain! That's going to give Jack Tyler some breathing room. White Fountain around the outside will now get the inside line.
Jay Carty tried to go around the outside of Timmy, but...
Oh, this is a 5-way battle for the lead. 6-way now. As now the Williams trade positions. And now Jay Carty and Storm are side by side. White Fountain and Jack Tyler. White Fountain's gone off the track to get the position. I don't know if that'll be an illegal overtake or not. I guess not. Coming now down into the
Storm P5
chicane. They both break as late as each other. White Fountain runs too wide. This is a position flying. Timmy keeps gets the position back. This is actually a really good battle.
Runoff area there because there was a risk of taking someone out. Taking someone out there, rejoining there.
Jack! He's off! Oh. He's off and in the wall, and that was predictable. He's done what he's done last season.
I told you he'd put it in the wall.
That's definitely making the highlight reel. And now...
Stim's also lost it.
Oh no, Stim's going to join his teammate. Didn't hit the wall though, he just lost it and got off onto the runoff. But Jack Tyler out of this race, which we all saw coming, to be honest.
It's still an amazing battle for the lead though, at least.
Yeah, 5-way battle for the lead. The track is drying. I believe when they pit, they'll pit for softs. They'll just about make it to the end.
It has not stopped raining yet, though it's only minor rain.
No, but the track is still getting drier.
Yeah.
There's a considerable gap now between Conrees and Jay Carty. It has now stopped raining. So rain has now stopped on lap 5, and everyone's now struggling for traction. Unlucky Jack. Good start to your pre-season though. Now down the straight, this track looks bone dry. Now White Fountain, I'm sorry about the engine noise.
Only went in to 7th gear for a bit there.
Did he go down the inside? No. Yeah, he does have hybrid glitch. Well, it's a spectator glitch.
Yeah.
There's another battle going on between Simo and Mr. P. This looks...
Conrees has dropped off a bit. Same with Storm.
Yeah, this...
Oh, side by side with it.
Oh, White Fountain Timmy, my pass is down the inside. There's contact.
Oh, what was that?
Oh,
There was no gap there.
what's the yellow flag? Who is it? I don't know actually.
Yes, there was only a minor gap and he wouldn't have made it through.
White pass is down the inside again. More contact.
Oh.
And now Flying Timmy's on the red. Rejoins the
I think
track.
all of it then.
And White Fountain takes the lead. This track doesn't look wet. Flying Timmy back down the inside. White Fountain with a switchback. I'm going to go on board with Jay Carty. There's a bit of a squeeze and they're both running the pit side by side. Okay, they're all just lining up. Okay.
They're all gone in. DRS enabled at the right time to all of them there.
Simo stayed out. That is a awful error.
Everyone's in the pits. Literally everyone.
Oh, Storm's being held. Double stack from the Williams. The Williams pair. Simo has stayed out on a bone dry track. That could be his race over. Flying Timmy comes out ahead.
There's going to be a lot of drivers going to be held up for a long time with all these drivers coming into the pits, so some of them's going to lose ground.
I think that's our grid
Especially
there.
Stormy's lost out to Mr. P.
Yeah, Mr. P. Storm did have to get double stacked by his own teammate.
Yeah.
So he's lost a lot
Storm's
more.
gone very wide though. Not Mr. Storm, Mr. P's gone very wide.
It's still quite damp though, the track, so people are still going to be struggling.
Yeah.
How long's the pit stop?
The tyres up to temperature as well.
How long's pit stop round here? Because Simo, not doing too badly.
I think it's around about that 20-second mark.
The track is still, I think it's a crossover point. I don't think it's advanced anywhere.
Colin Reese and Mr. P have gone for a gamble and they've gone up to the super softs.
So has Jamie, Luke, Bailey, and David.
Yeah. I don't think they'll make it to the end.
Oh, Storm and LFC and Warren and David. There's two battles going on here, LFC and Storm. I mean, we're going to go back on board with Simo. He will pit. He should come out, actually, around Con Reese and Mr. P, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know where he was before he pitted, though. Or before everyone else pitted. I think he was in, like, 7th and 8th.
Simo was finally in. He's dropped a lot of time on that lap after staying out on the inters.
Yeah, he's going to come out, I believe, in between Con Reese and Mr. P. There's now a four-way battle between...
Might go
three-way battle, sorry.
Might drop between LFC and David Warbank, I think. Speaking of them two, they are actually fighting.
Alright, David Warbank and LFC side by side. Where's Simo? He's going to come out with Mr. P.
He's jumped
Oh, just ahead.
Ooh.
Mr. P down the inside of turn 1, the side by side. Not Mr. P. Simo's going to be on cold tyres. Mr. P is actually on the super soft, so he'll have more grip.
Got him.
Yeah, he's just come out ahead. The overcut has actually worked, but Mr. P's going to be all over the back of him.
Mr. P did think about that, I think, but Paul better of it. Don't count Storm out of this battle, though.
Yeah, David Warbank's actually going to get... David Warbank's now in this battle. It's now a 6-car battle. We've now got a 6-way battle, and Jamie's just in behind, so we may have a 7-car battle in a minute. Storm on the back of Mr. P on the back of Simo, and then we've got David Warback in the background. Is that Mr. P down the side of Simo? Simo breaks late. That's very good from Simo. And excellent defending. David Warbank.
Right up there.
That's a cheeky overtake on Storm. Oh my god, that is a perfect shot. 7 cars in one battle.
David Warbank's thinking about it on Mr. P going into this corner.
Yeah, down the inside, they're both super softs. Still side by side.
Yeah.
And Mr. P breaks late. David Warbank with a switchback. That's a very good switchback. He's got the move.
I think there was contact the first move there. Yeah, because David Warbank has actually got front wing damage.
Who?
David Warbank.
David Warbank has got wing damage, but he's actually doing very well with the wing damage.
I think it might
this
have been
train
from
is...
that little bit of contact between him and Mr. P coming down there when they both went wide. Gonna go to the outside of Simo.
Everyone keeps it clean. There's now coming up to an 8-car train. David Warbank and Simo still David Warbank breaks late and gets the move done. There's now a gap between LFC.
LFC's battling with Warren. I had no idea he rejoined as well.
I've got a feeling this race is going to be better than any of the actual races in the season.
More of this come the actual season, lads, please.
I know. Simo on the back of David Warbank doesn't go for it. David Warbank, even with wing damage, doing very well. Warren and LFC. Warren gets the position.
Timmy's started to extend the lead at front.
Yeah, Jay Carter is on the back of White Fountain still. This group is starting to separate though, so...
Oh, Storm is going for Mr. P. Mr. P shut the door.
Jamie's on the back of LFC.
And they are not far off Warren either, but I don't know if Warren is actually pulling away from him. I think he is.
Yeah.
Hardy's done the fastest lap of the race on the softs. Don't know if that's about to get beaten though.
David Warbank beats it. I don't know if there's a glitch on our screen because he seems to be going very quick for wing damage.
Might be the wings he's running.
Could be. But he hasn't got much of his wing left anyway. Yeah, this battle seems to be dying down a little bit. Let's go forward with Jay Carter on the back of White
Warren is
Fountain.
catching it. Warren is catching it back up, catching up to the back of Storm and Mr. P. So he's got a stream on David Warbank, but I don't think he will have him.
Yeah, nothing was able to happen there.
Will Simo get past David Warbank on the softs? On the slower tyre. Always run wide.
They both ran pretty wide. Storm on Mr. P again, pretty close. LFC now picks up a 3-second time penalty.
Just to run wide. Down the exit of the right hand of it.
Now flying Timmy with the fastest lap. This track's just getting quicker and quicker. I think we're just going to see fastest laps continuously. David Warbank will be next, I think. No, he won't. Anyone else going to beat the... That's a Connery's penalty. Somehow Stim's actually gaining on this pack.
Well, it's Stim, he's pretty quick.
Yeah, he's finding his way back up. Everyone seems to be really close, but not going for a move.
Oh, the Tory is 50 seconds off.
Yeah, not the best start to him for his season, even though it is pre-season only.
He'd be wishing he'd be getting stuck into these battles.
Yeah, I think he's the only one not actually in a battle. Except for Conreese, who's just having his own race.
Yeah, he's 3 seconds behind Carl and 6 seconds on David Warren.
Pulls having the LSC and Luke Bailey. They're side by side. That's a good overstep by Luke Bailey around the outside of the chicane.
Did get a penalty, I think, for cutting the inside bit there, going into the...
Yeah, he did slightly. White Fountain's caught Timmy. I've always noticed that. I also want to keep an eye on this battle for P5 because it's...
Timmy must be making a lot of mistakes. Was lost nearly second and a half there.
Fastest laps once again. What this race is going to come down to though is, I know the super soft runners won't make it, but what about the softs? They're going to struggle.
They might make it.
21 laps is doable,
will
but
be shot towards the end.
You have to do 21 laps. It's doable, but the max I was able to do once was 26, but that was with help of a safety car. So
that's if you do get a safety car. No one looks like really they're going to lose it.
Still with a 3-second time penalty. I'm going to go on board with White Fountain and Jay Carter. This is now a 3-way battle for the lead. White Fountain seems to be struggling to catch Timmy on a straight.
But if anyone wants a safety car, it would be Notorious.
Yeah, a safety car would make this race
understatement.
very interesting.
Notorious will count his lucky stars if he does get one.
Yeah, I think we might see. Or this could be the possible front three for the season. As wow, White Fountain closes up a lot through that final sector. Timmy sliding.
Mr. P is catching up to the battle of Simmel and David Warbank. Looks like David Warbank is struggling now.
Yeah.
Maybe because of wing damage. And Storm is catching up to the back of it too. So there's a four-way battle for P5 at the minute. Brewing.
Simmer's closing on David Warbank. He's closing. He's going to go down the inside at turn one. David Warbank with the traction.
Use the curve of it. Mr. P is getting a run on Simmer, it seems.
Oh, Simmer going to go back down the inside.
David Warbank's still there, leaving a little bit of room there.
I think David Warbank's been very smart there.
Switch back. Yeah.
Oh, whoa, Mr. P!
P's going to run the outside.
Mr. Opportunistic.
Right in the back of them.
Oh, this might not end well.
Back of Mr. P.
There's now a four-way battle. A Storm and
Timmy's
Mr.
got
P.
a 3-second penalty in the lead.
Ooh, Storm very close. But Mr.
That's
P.
aggressive defending. Ooh. So you left off down the straight to back off. So Storm will back off, but then you still must stretch your braking zone.
Oh, Jamie and Luke Bailey, I think they were switching positions. And Luke Bailey's got to run on Jamie.
Are battling.
And Luke Bailey has passed Jamie going into the long right-hander. Will Jamie go back at him? No, he won't. Luke Bailey does get the position.
Stim and LFC were battling in the background of that.
Yeah, I seriously have doubts that this could be the best race of the season, even though it technically doesn't count.
Yeah.
Notorious. That just adds on.
Like France as well. Oh, David Warbank's in.
Is he? Oh, he's in, yes.
Yeah.
That must be for his wing.
Yeah, I think the wing damage definitely caught up to them though.
He's pitting for softs. Yeah, that's softs and a wing change. No, it's not.
Well, that's that.
Softs with no wing change.
Unless he's thinking strategically. He's definitely going to the end on that. Storm's got a penalty.
Yes, Storm.
Simba was pulled away from Mr. P and Storm now. So
Oh, White Fountain. All around the outside of Timmy. Ooh. Just noticed it. Oh, locked up. Race, you're actually missing this. This is actually, no one's actually had a big collision with each other. White Fountain's got a really good run. He's going to try it around the outside.
Optimistic.
Yeah. Oh, Flying Timmy goes wide as well. Jay Carty might want to get a little bit closer in on this one. These three probably won't be pitting. White Fountain! Ooh.
I had a feeling he would go for that.
Ooh. Decent. Wow. That was pretty close. Flying Timmy around the outside again.
Small contact.
No, I'd say it was decent more than... That's White Flying Timmy, but down the inside again. More contact.
That's probably frustration from Timmy. And
oh, squeeze, a definite squeeze, more squeeze.
This is getting personal. The yellow in sector 1.
It's LFC. Something's happened to him.
Yep. I think he went off.
Oh, Jay Carty down the inside of White Fountain now. I'm sticking up over this battle for the lead because this is getting very hasty.
Mr. P has had the same idea of David Warbank and pitting.
No, I think he's doing that to cover off David Warbank.
Notorious is near this battle, so if they catch up to Notorious,
he'll get out of the way.
That's where the blue flags come into play. I reckon this battle could get very feisty then.
White Fountain down the inside of Timmy now. Oh, he moves across.
He's definitely frustrated from the lap before.
Oh, more contact. Timmy is definitely. That's a very good switchback though. More contact.
There's going to be a collision between
It's
these two.
very hard racing. Simo's past Conrees. Conrees has took damage. That could have been the yellow flags. Timmy White Fountain. Oh my god. This isn't going to end well. No. Oh, more contact again. That's wing damage. White Fountain's now got wing damage.
Late braking.
It's unfortunate. White Fountain's now got wing damage. It's going to probably be a boss. Oh.
These two are going to play each other.
No, Timmy's got wing damage.
It's tiny wing damage. That's a yellow plate, I think.
Timmy's now back down the inside. They both have got wing damage. Jay Carty's just saying thank you.
Second, and White Fountain is... Oh, he's locked up. He's missed the pits.
Oh no, he's missed the pits.
Yeah, he missed the pit line.
And that promotes Simo actually has a chance of winning this race. With Timmy's front wing damage.
So we're 7 seconds behind. Yeah. And plus the Taurus is just up the road.
This is falling right into his hands, Jay Carty. I think he wants to be careful here. I think I'm going to have to give Timmy maybe a little bit of a talking to after this race. But Storm and Conrees. Conrees has got damage, definitely.
Yeah, he's got minor front wing damage. Wait, no, that's how the first injury when you got Sim.
Jay Carty backs off. He's been a lot more patient.
LFC, they put him to set the fastest lap of the race.
Oh, that's why LFC went down. He pit.
Must have.
Jay Carty staying well out of Timmy's way. Timmy wasn't doing this before, Racer. He was actually being clean. I think he's just got a bit frustrated.
I think, yeah.
Simo's catching this battle. Conrees and Storm. What's happened to Storm? Storm's lost a lot of time. Now Warren Haig's there.
Has fallen behind Mr. P and David Wolfine.
He'd have to pit for a new wing.
Each other. And if Mr. P did try to cover off David Wolfine, then
it's not
I don't think that must have worked. Yeah, because he's dropped nearly 2 seconds to him.
Jay Carty now on flying Timmy again. He's going to go for it. I think he's gaining.
He uses aggressive defensive moves again.
Ooh.
There's a bit of a break there.
I think that's because he's got wing damage though.
Oh, he's got penalty for running wide.
Yeah, this is actually going to hold him up massively. Simo now 5.6 behind. I'm not going to check penalties. I don't want to spoil penalties. I never do that.
Warren Haig is catching up to Storm.
Mr. P the
fastest lap. Fast lap on the softs. That's not bad.
Yeah, but Ajay, what about when at the start of the race when he was actually being clean? Jay Carty around the outside, maybe? No. Flight Timmy's overshot the corner. No, he hasn't. Jay Carty hasn't got the best line there. He's looked for a little bit of a cutback. Is it going to work? He needs to be in the slipstream for him to even get near. No. He's holding back.
I wouldn't count Stim out for getting a top 3 finish, maybe even to get into this battle. Something happens to these two. The Stim is making his way up the field quite quickly.
I still think Simba's winning this race.
Yeah.
He's gaining on this battle.
I think he'll end up putting himself on the wall, definitely.
I think Jay Carty is more worried about trying to pass him.
Yeah.
Because he's got DRS again, he's not pushing.
I think he will break late to try and avoid a collision, maybe.
Jay Carty, no, flying Timmy. He's got the wing damage.
An eye on his rear.
LFC with a 3-second tap out. Luke Bailey pits.
Yep, and Jamie Met as well. And Notorious, who is now a lap down.
Simo with a 3-second. I think that was Simo. I think Simo just a pit before Jay Carty did. Yeah, it was. Simo did get a penalty just before Jay Carty did, so Simo now has a penalty. Yep. That does throw things off.
And the clouds are clearing, which gets rid of any chance of rain late on in this race.
Yeah. I don't... What's happened to Simo? He can't seem to be catching them anymore.
He's gained on them. It's gained a few seconds on though.
Yeah, not this lap though. He seems to be struggling. Jay Carty, I think he's gonna go for it. Down the inside. No. Backs off.
I think he might have a go at the next corner.
No.
Nope, thinks better of it.
And Timmy pits. Jay Carty follows him.
Yep.
That's confused me.
Simo does take the lead.
Yeah, Simo takes the lead. Storm is second, Warren Hagen third, but I don't get why.
If they're pitting now, then I would imagine that Simo would pit again.
Timmy's come out just ahead of Jay Carty, so he hasn't fixed his wing. And Mr. Stim comes in. They're all betting that the softs won't make it.
I think David Warbank has just been passed by Mr. P. He has. And Jay Carty's just in front of this lot.
Just,
yeah. And White Fountain just behind them. So White Fountain has not lost much time to Jay Carty.
But he has got two cars in front of him.
He could get slipstream on the straight though. And he is under the quicker tyre, so...
I think Simo could make it to the end. He's on one lap pressure tyres.
There is definitely a chance for White Fountain.
Yeah,
I definitely think Simo's tyres are starting to go off because Storm is catching up to him.
Yeah, this pack seems to be just sticking together as like a 5-car train, 6-car train.
Oops, Stim is past Luke Bailey.
What's happened to Stim and Luke Bailey? Yeah. Would be point scoring position, but
these cars in this little train right here, they're starting to spread out now.
Yeah. Simo doesn't pit, Storm doesn't pit. Oh, Warren Hay goes very wide.
Just made him up to third, but he's
and
actually gone into the pits now.
Now this is going to be interesting because will Simo and Storm pit? Or are they going to stay out and risk a puncture?
They both pit on the same. Wait, no. Simo has got.
Jay Carty.
A lap younger tyres because Simo was the last pit when everyone was on the inters.
This Jay Carty and Jay Carty and Flying Timmy feuds carrying on.
Yep.
And Notorious is right in front of them.
If Timmy isn't careful, he could back this. He could back Carty up. And then Mr. P, David Warback, and maybe even White Fountain to get on the end of this battle.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice. This is a 4-car battle.
And Timmy has been holding up Jay Carty and White Fountain a lot in the battles, so I definitely think the 3 cars behind these lot will have a chance in the battle.
Also, hold on. Jay Carty down the inside, he's got it. Flying Timmy's going to have to concede it. He's going to look for the switchback. That's not going to work for a flat-out corner. I don't know what he was attempting there, but he's lost the position.
That's one a bit. It had a weird line through there. What White Fountain up for it.
Also, Notorious is just ahead.
Yeah, he could play a part in this as well. There's so many cars, he probably won't have. He probably have like two. He probably takes separate. Oh, never mind then.
Yeah, he's just going to get out of the way. It is the smartest thing to do in the end.
And he destroys the DRS barrier.
Doesn't really matter, to be honest. Everyone knows what the DRS is. Mr. P's struggling, I think.
Sound.
I'm guessing Simo and Storm are going to stay out and put and just try and conserve the tyres.
I can't really see any blisters on some of his tyres. They've been wearing.
I can see slight blistering.
And he's definitely handling the car quite well. What's it? His battle in the background here.
The sun has now come out, which is quite nice.
Timmy trying to... Yeah, let's trim someone, I think.
Storm and Simo, I think, are going to battle soon.
Yeah.
Oh, another wonderful shot there of 5 cars, ranging from 3rd place down to 7th.
The streets have definitely spread them out though, from where people are running in a certain amount of VRS, and maybe the wings could be playing a factor too.
Yeah. I sort of quickly focus on Simo and Storm. If them two battle, they're going to risk each other punctures.
Mr. P is running 1 ERS, so he might have a disadvantage on the straights.
I think he's charging.
He's on a 4.
I
Although
want to
David
guess he's
Woolbank
charging.
is on
Yeah,
a
he's-
low amount. In a low percentage.
This is quite a long
Because,
train.
he won't have enough ERS to actually propel him down the straight, so
Warren Haig on Conrees. Warren Haig to try it around the outside. I think he's about to get this pretty easily. Conrees, I think, concedes. No, he doesn't. Conrees still down the inside. No, Warren Haig gets it.
White Fountain. Wait, no, that wasn't White Fountain. That was Sartorius went wide up with it. He can back this lot up.
It's about from 3rd down to 7th. Yeah, it's 5 car train.
And Conrees has gone very wide. And then they'll leave Stim to try and have a go at him. And
Oh, what's happened there?
Notorious
3
getting
wide.
involved
That
there.
was Notorious getting involved there, yeah. Stim's made the move. Lovely helicopter shot I've got here. This is now Conrees closing in on Stim. Got a few Simo fans now in the chat. There will be podium interviews at the end, even though it's only pre-season. Yeah, he's closed in a lot on David Wallbank though. This is now
Timmy's struggling,
it's a
I think.
4-way battle, yeah. So that's Mr.
He
P
is
down the inside. There's a
running-
yellow flag. Notorious has
Notorious
crashed.
has crashed, I think. Or
It's too
just
late for a
given up.
safety car, so
Yeah. Well,
Mr. P down the
VSC can
side.
still
Oh, big shunt.
go. I didn't catch that.
Oh, and David Wallbank's down the inside. Got a double overtake. It's getting a bit scruffy here. White Fountain
He-
says 3 wide.
Mr. P was forced wide, but that will play in the hands of them.
It's still 3
they're not
wide.
in the wall there.
He's going to come out on top. Mr. P's in front. Then it's followed up by Timmy. White Fountain. Oh wow.
I think there was a tiny bit of contact there.
Yeah, there was
Timmy
some
does get a penalty
contact.
for multiple warnings. David Woolbank is the winner of that battle.
Yeah, I'm surprised Mr. P didn't get any wing damage there.
Ooh, Storm is closing in on Simo. Less than a second now the gap is.
I want to focus on this battle first. It's looking a little bit better. So here comes Mr. P on David Wallbank for P4 now. They don't really hold each other up, but down the inside he goes. He's already got the move. Oh, Flying
Whoa.
Timmy! He's overshot the corner.
Right across the back. Going through the
He's going to have to let
barriers
them
there.
both back through, as it's an illegal overtake. He has let them both back through, but there's White Fountain. Cheeky, he's now trying around the outside. He's gone off the track. He's now trying it around the outside of David Wallbank. This would be an excellent move if he gets it.
In there. Nope.
He's still
got any
there?
momentum.
He's still
Track
there.
a bit.
Oh! Oh, they've both gone off.
Careful
Where's
rejoining the
Flying
track,
Timmy?
lads.
White Fountain's got a stop go, so's David Wallbank. They both got stop goes.
That's unlucky.
They did gain an advantage though, to be fair.
Yeah. It didn't really lift off going through the corner.
I would say that was White Fountain's fault for sticking it in. But
Timmy's
here comes
Timmy's got a
Timmy.
run on Fountain.
Alright, there's no room down the
Fountain goes
inside.
defensive.
That was Timmy's
Ooh,
fault, that one.
Yeah, should have backed out. I saw that.
He should have come back at him again, I think. No, he doesn't. Back on board. We're going to go on board now with Storm.
Timmy reacted to the last time these two made contact. I'm imagining that Timmy would be very frustrated in that Williams right now.
Storm backs out. He was going for a move on Simo. I know Simo's got a pen. I don't know about Storm, to be honest. Yeah, these two aren't really gonna battle. Mr. P's been able to get out of the way, so is David Wallbank. So now it's just between White Fountain and Flying Timmy.
Oh, Flying Timmy had a bit of a gear issue
Oh,
there. I
Conrees
think
and
he went
Jamie.
into the wrong gear.
Jamie's got to run on Con Reese. Oh, that's like contact. Pretty clean racing though, still side by side. Con Reese still trying it. I don't think he's got the grip, no. He's got wing damage. Oh, and, he's stopped. He's retired.
Oh.
Okay.
Good.
That was
He still had a chance though.
yeah.
Why did he do that? If he was running in high enough, if he had high enough ERS, then he could have done it. Down the straight or something. And he's got enough penalty. He did lose a lot of time to Mountain because on the last lap, on the run up to the right hander, he shifted down instead of shifting up, so he made a mistake there and lost time.
And Bob was still on Warren Haig. White Fountain picks up a 3-second time penalty. Gonna go Bob Weston now as he's got DRS on Warren Haig. Oh, Warren Haig with a bit of a wobble. But here he comes, he's got DRS and Slipstream.
Oh, it's contact between Timmy and Fountain. They both went off.
Okay, I'm gonna go back and go with this. Tim and Warren Haig are still the same. I didn't see what happened.
I only caught the end of it, so I didn't really see what Timmy did there, but it looks like he was
White Fountain has been given a stop-go again.
That might have been because of that collision back there. They did both have to go off and cut the corner.
So now White Fountain now has the equivalent of 2 stop-goes.
Yep. That'll go on to his race time because I don't think he'll be making another stop in 2 laps.
Yeah, so that's 20 seconds now added onto his race time, and I've got a feeling we're going to see a flying Timmy dive bomb. White Fountain.
There's a lot of weaving by White Fountain.
Yeah, that's a bit dirty. Oh, more contact.
Timmy's cut the corner. I'm not going to give that back, I don't think.
He has given it back. I'm going to have to give these two a bit of a talking to, I think.
I think White Fountain might go for a bit of a weave down the straight, might frustrate Timmy a bit more.
Yep, that's more of a weave. There's a yellow flag in sector 3.
It's LFC went off down the main straight.
Oh, flying 2 tried to go down the inside. There was no room. LFC has crashed out or something has happened. Rubbing paint. Still rubbing paint. This is still rubbing paint. They're still rubbing paint. This is mad.
They're gonna go off into a wall. This is just too crazy.
Oh my god. They're still side by side at least.
Oh, yeah, he backed out.
He did back out. Flies through, but on the inside. Oh. Oh, more contact. Oh. Well
that
then.
Is going to some arguments in the chat.
Oh, he's rejoined. Why is he rejoined side by side with Stim? He's hitting Stim. Yeah. He's now hit Stim off.
Was he waiting for someone?
Oh no.
Yeah, oh no.
Oh no.
It's going off. What's he doing? Is he waiting for White Fountain? Or is he going off?
He's pitting. Okay.
Well, there is going to be a lot of arguments.
What's happened to Storm? Storm's lost it somewhere.
I think that might have been because of the yellow flag.
Yeah, so...
I just tried to check who it was, but I didn't really get a good view. So I was just switching too quick, I think.
To be honest, I'll probably get the directors involved with that one.
Yeah. Timmy's still not got a front wing. He's come out without a front wing. They've not changed his wing at all. I think from when he had front wing damage before, he set it to no, so they didn't switch it, because I think it might have been an orange front wing, but he forgot to change it back, I think. So now he hasn't got a front wing, and he's got to go back round again.
I've got a feeling these two are both going to get banned, though. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Stim's past Warren Haig on the straight. I just out of curiosity, I want to go on board with White Fountain, because he's going to catch him.
Yeah. Unless he just floors the chicane. Which
He doesn't.
Oh yeah, he does actually.
He does.
Doesn't quite floor it, but...
I don't know why
Let's
White
go across
Fountain's
this.
slowing.
The last
White
lap's gonna
Fountain's in
start
AI.
messing
What's happened to... Oh, what's happened to... Jay Carter's on the back of Storm for second place on the final lap. Jay Carter's going to try and steal the second
Storm is
place.
Definitely struggling. I don't think he pitted for another set of soft sims on another penalty.
Jay Carter with DRS, he's going to pass Storm. I don't think Storm's got the tyres left as the yellow flag in sector 3.
What about the ERS? I think that might be Timmy, or...
Oh, Storm's tyres have gone.
Yeah, I don't think he pitted for another set, did he?
No.
Timmy is just...
Pit again.
Corner, I think.
He's now sitting on the pit line. But anyway,
Okay.
Simo, the unexpected winner, definitely. Let's have a look at position changes. Started in 7th. He's going to win, unless penalties change that. Will his teammate steal the day? What's White Fountain doing?
But does his teammate have penalties too?
I don't know, but Simo around the final
Oh,
corner. Will his
Nice.
teammate ruin the day? He's crossed the line in first. And he keeps first. And Simo
yeah.
is your
Oh,
winner
Storm.
of the French Grand Prix. Mr. P
Storm
gets
loses the
third.
podium. I wonder how much of a penalty Flying
A
Timmy
Sauber
had for
1-2.
losing.
Stim comes home as 6th. And Warren Hay jumps up into 5th. Luke Bailey jumps up into 7th. Stim down to 8th. Jamie will take 9th. And then we have to watch Flying Timmy for the remainder of the...
At least he's got a win now.
Yeah. 92% wear. Well, at least she was able to... It's unfortunate you weren't able to get a podium, but at least you didn't get a puncture. That was a thrilling end to the race.
And Timmy, is he going to put that in the wall or?
What's he doing?
Trying to show off or what? Oh, there's a crash between the two AI. I think Carty's AI had a collision with White Fountain's AI, and White Fountain's AI lost the wheel.
Yeah, just saying. I must say, I think F5 might be a must-watch. What's he doing?
He's got a crash with an AI, no.
White Fountain,
isn't Abu
I'll
Dhabi.
talk to you and Timmy after the stream.
Yeah.
So Flying Timmy will somehow get a point.
Really? Oh, he's done a Frizzo.
No, he won't. He's done a Frizzo, so he doesn't actually get it.
Because White Fountain finished the race.
Oh yeah, so
before
he'll still
that,
get it. I'll go for the grid and then can you invite the top 3?
Okay.
LFC, I'll add you to the chat as well. Love it how it's now raining when it wasn't a minute ago. So, Simo is your winner. Unsuspected, definitely. Went for the one stop and it has paid off. In second is Jay Carty, also someone who I didn't expect to be up there. In third is Mr. P. He's just had an up and down race. In fourth is Storm. Fifth is Warren Haig. Sixth is David Warbank. Seventh, Jamie. Ninth is... Oh wait, no, seventh is Luke Bailey. Eighth is Jamie. Ninth is Stim. Flying Timmy gets 10th, technically, because he's in more than 90%. White Fountain is 11th, and the people who did not finish were Conrys, Notorious, Jack Tyler, and Miles. Stay in the stream if you wish to ask the top 3 any questions, as one of them is already here.
I don't know if the other two have a mic or not.
Mr. P does, I don't know about Jay Carty.
Yeah,
He's got a
Jamie
mic.
is right, well, I guess.
There it is. We'll swear on Mr. P. Sorry if you can hear typing.
Something's going on in my house, I swear.
We'll give Mr. P a minute or so. There it is. Won't be the usual questions, but it'll be a few since it is pre-season. Starting with Mr. P, you have stayed in F5 for this season. How was your race? Yeah, yes, how was your race is my first question.
Up and down. Qualifying obviously good. Thought I had pole, but obviously Jack nicked it by such a tiny amount. But yeah, the rain, I'm just hopeless in the rain, so I just had to stick with it as much as I can till the dry, and then try and play catch up again.
I haven't got any. How was the battle with? I think it was like a 6-car battle. Was there anything that stood out for you in that battle, or did you just enjoy the
It was a good battle, to be honest. There was some cracking driving in it. To be fair, a couple of the new guys were pushing it hard as well. No, that was a cracking battle, especially with David Wankbank or Wallbank, whatever his name is. Sorry, but yeah, no, it was good. It's good fun. Timmy needs talking to though, because his driving is shocking.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, we'll definitely have a talking to. Jamie, you got any questions for Mr. P? Before I answer, give him my final question.
How did you manage the wet and what possibly was on a dry setup?
See, that was the thing. I knew most of the race was going to be obviously dry, so it's just a case of trying to handle it. I just had no rear end at all. I thought I got hit on the formation lap, but I don't think I did, because I think I lost it, because I almost done it on lap 1 as well. I just had no rear end grip whatsoever. So much oversteer, it was crazy. So it was literally, waiting to in a straight line before you put your foot down. Otherwise, you're gone. So I was just trying to hold out to the dry, really.
Yeah.
I'll ask you the one final question I've got. Since you've stayed in F5 this season, what do you think you can achieve this season, since you did get 3rd last season?
To be honest, I'm hoping to win it. I'm going to push to win it for certain. A few people are obviously going to be in the way. Obviously, Simo being one. Congratulations on the win, by the way. And Jack as well. Obviously, he's bought some pace from somewhere. So yeah, hopefully we'll have some good battles, but hopefully the consistency will pay off.
Okay, moving on to Jay Carty. You are new, I believe. I'm not sure if you're new to PSGL, but you're definitely new to PSGL F5. My first question for you is, how was your race as well?
It was good, but at the start on the inverts was slidey, wasn't very fun. But then once the dries went on, it was fine after that.
I've got another question for you, then I'll let Jamie give you a few questions. Was you planning to take the softs that long, or... Oh wait, no, mind, you didn't do that, did you? Did you want to do the same strategy as your teammate? Did you want to do the same strategy as your teammate, or were you planning to go on the super softs till the end?
I was trying to go to the end on the softs, but then I realised that I probably wouldn't make it to the end on the softs, so I had to come in as the supers at the end.
Okay, Jamie, you got any questions?
What did you think of the disastrous driving of Flying Timmy?
That's a bit of a controversial statement.
Brilliant.
Okay, one more question. Where do you think you'll be for this season, standings wise?
Hopefully near the front. The Commanders alright, I guess.
But not behind Timmy.
Yeah, so up the front battle.
Okay, now on to Simo. My first question for you is: did you expect to win?
I didn't. No, it just took me by surprise that one because I don't like France. It's not been a good track. I don't like driving around it in time trial. So to get a bit of luck, I think the way the strategy panned out was a bit lucky for me. So yeah, it was nice to be at the front again. It was a tough slog last season, so nice to be up there.
One more question before I hand you over to Jamie. It's the same as Jake Iott's question, but slightly changed. Did you want to stay out on the softs for that long, or were you planning to pit? But sort of Storm
Yeah,
stayed
no,
out.
I was hoping to stay out. I thought it would work well if they were going to last that long. It was around the pits. I was thinking whether they would or not, but I had an extra lap because I would have got double stacked behind Jamie anyway. So I pitted a lap later than everyone else. I think that just helped me have enough tyre wear because they were about 80 when I crossed the line. Another lap or two on those and they could be going. So it was looking a bit ropey. They looked like they'd last.
Okay, Jamie, you got any questions?
Yeah. How much practice on Suzuka and Jeep Sport have you been doing?
You know, I haven't driven a lap yet. So we'll see. I know the track though. I know which way
You're
it
not
points.
alone. You're not alone.
Any other questions for you or not? Yeah.
No.
The final question I'll ask you is the same as the other two. Where do you find yourself you might be this season, standings wise?
Well, so judging by that today, certainly looking like I might be up there. I don't know if winning it was reasonable, but I've never been in a title fight, so I've no doubt I'd bottle it at some point. But yeah, it looks like there's a few good races. I actually enjoyed the quality of driving as well. I had a few good wheel-to-wheel battles with some people, and the driving was mostly clean. I didn't see Timmy on track, so I can't say for him.
You lucky then.
Everyone else I was driving
You're
by,
lucky, yeah.
it was nice. It was good, clean driving. So yeah, to hope for some good quality racing.
Okay, that'll be it for PSGL 5. Next Sunday will be round 1. Maybe without Timmy and White Fountain, never know. But yeah, that'll be it for PSGL 5. FP will be on Tuesday with myself and Big C. So for PSGL, I will see you there.